Alright, we're back for game turn 2 of this playthrough of Strategy and Tactics, Mediterranean Empires. And, where were we? There's a look at the board, like I said. Aragon had high hopes of almost sweeping on through there. You can see how lightly defended it is, but the French definitely made a stand. So we were ready to pick the old joint stratagem marker phase. Player A and player B alternately randomly picking markers. So here we go. Randomly picking markers for player A 1, player B 1, player A 2, player B 2, player A 3, player B 3, player A 4, and player B 4. Let's see what we got here now. Bring our old little display on over. And we can see here that the player A already has a political marker. What else we got? An ambush marker. Alright, a crusade. That's a big deal there because of this. We'll definitely be looking into that. Alright, and we got military advantage marker and a gold marker, so not much on the politics. Won't be switching too many allies, it don't look like. Got a couple ambush and military advantage markers and some gold, but other than that, whew, not much. We'll look up that crusade, like I said. Meanwhile, the old Aragon got trade and piracy, so that'll come up in the treasury phase or when they get their cash, I guess. Oh, coup de main. We'll see what goes on with that one. Another trade marker. So he's living life with the old trade, and that's kind of the way it was. Ooh, he's got one political, and last but not least, he's got 2 politicals. So again, this turn, the Aragon player having a political advantage. A little bit of trade advantage and stuff in there too. Let's go ahead and look at this crusade. I'll be right back. Alright, Pope calls for a crusade. But it says here when he uses the Pope is not in Rome. We haven't got the Pope out yet. So we will return the crusade marker back to the pile. Looking for the old coup de main, the one we don't know much about. We'll be right back. Alright, attacker only during field battles. So that'll be it for the markers. I don't think we have to put any of them back. Like I said, no Pope marker yet. That is it for the here we go. For joint strategy marker phase. We'll move on now to the first thing we gotta do too also. It's on this turn marker. Oh, that's right. I was thinking of the other game. Where you have your first phase and second phase. Get my games mixed up. During the political phase, both players may use diplomacy, strategy, mark, form actions. Alright, we know all about this. Attempt to ally, force a neutral power. Alright, taking turns. First, player A, so French and you. Looking at the political situation. Only got one political marker. So if he attempts to thwart it, it's or not. We'll be back. So, the French are going to attempt an alliance. And they are going to take their one and only marker, throw it in the pot. Alright, now, we'll see here. The opposing player may attempt to thwart the attempt by expending one political marker. And we will definitely be doing that as the Aragon player. So, politics on politics. We'll see what how to attempt it, or how he will try to thwart the attempt. We'll be right back. Alright, about to attempt a diplomacy die roll. The French are trying to align themselves, or they're going to boogie on over to Venice and see if they can't bribe them, tell them what's in their best interest, whatever. But Aragon's dispatched some diplomats also, and they're both whispering in their ears, so we will have a die roll off for this alliance, or thwart attempt anyway. Player A gets a +1 for his king. Diplomacy rating. The rating on the left. Although Aragon's going to use their king's rating too. His reputation, that's a +2, so they'll get an extra die roll modifier. Now also, it says here you can add 1 to the die roll if the player expends a treasury point, and only 1 treasury point may be expended per attempt. Well, Aragon's definitely going to spend 1, so that'll move him down to 2. And French will have to counter, move him down to 0. So they get +1 for a treasury point, +1 treasury point. Alright, let me look and see how this roll goes, and we'll attempt the roll right away. Alright, pretty simple. Aragon +3, French +2. Oh, we got here. French equals a 6. Where's the Aragon die? French equals a 6. French equals a 6. Oh, they beat him by 1. Aragon gets a 7. Alright, well, the old attempt to ally Venice has failed. And French and Jew have no more political markers. So that'll be it for their first round. There's 3 rounds in this, but they never go past 3 because we don't have no political markers. Alright, well, that'll be his political attempt. Next is Aragon, and he's got 1 political marker, so he can attempt whatever he wants. Let me look at the board, see who they might want to be, whose ear they want to be whispered in. We'll be right back. Alright, well, the old French ambassador went to the Doge of Venice and asked him if he'd be so kind as to ally himself with the French, telling them how they just beat the Aragon's butt in land and sea. But to the French's disappointment, the Doge told him to go on his way. No luck will decline. But to make the French ambassador's stomach turn even more, is when he turned back and looked at the Doge, the Aragon ambassador was still there, and they were both waving goodbye. So then, after the French ambassador leaves, the Aragon king has told his ambassador to try a alliance attempt himself. That's what she's going to try to do. And the best thing about it is, he's spending his political marker, but there will be no thwart attempt from the French. So, let me look at the procedures, and we get the old Venetian Doge on our side, or on the Aragon side. We'll be right back. Alright, then on the alliance attempt, here we go. Diplomacy table, we were attempting an alliance, and we need a 5, 6, or a 7. Oh, okay. 7 plus. We have no, let me see if there's modifiers. Rating of a king, okay. So that'll be a +2 on the die roll. Great. For the Aragon, each player may attempt 1 diplomacy. Expend on die roll modifier, only 1 charge. Huh. Really? Thwart the attempt, you can't do that. So I will get a +2 for my king, and I'll expend 1 to get a +3 modifier. This could be like a gimme. Alright, let's look on here. I want to look at the rules again. It tells me here on the diplomacy table, but I didn't see that when I read the rules. We'll be right back. Alright, it does say here, using the modifiers below the table, so +3 on this attempted alliance, and it's in the bucket. It's in the bucket. Oh, let me see here. What do we do? We'll go over here. We'll grab one of these markers, and there you go. Alliance Aragon could be the nail in the coffin for player A, French and Jew, because all these Venice warships I'm not sure how many there are. Looks like there's 4 of them. But they also count as 2 fleets each. Be back. Alright, Alliance Aragon. Guess the Venetians know a winning team when they see one. We'll see about that. But anyway, that'll be it for the diplomacy phase. There's 3 rounds. We could both do it. We could go back and forth, but there needs to be political markers, and I believe everyone is out of political markers. So next, we'll be going to the joint recruitment phase. Back up here a little bit. Joint political. Yep. Attempt to force a neutral power. And we could do all these. Attempt to force neutral powers and do rebellions, but you need political markers, and we are a bit short of them in this phase, this early part of the game. Being only turn 2. We're going to the joint recruitment phase. We'll be right back. Alright, time to collect taxes. For player A first we'll go with, and he will get his treasury points, taxes from his cities under his control. We will count 1 treasury point. We will count 2 treasury points. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be 6 for the French, who have none. And maximum 10. Can't have over 10, but and he will get no points for Montpellier because it is contested. Alright, so I was also thinking historically between the Venetians and the Genovese. These guys were all fighting back then in the medieval times. I think maybe about another 100 years or so, yeah. They're probably going at it right now, but yeah, all these little places were against each other, so it might have been a plus for the Aragon player that France was allied with their rivals. Alright, that is it for the French player. Let's count them up for the Aragon player. He will get 1. He will get 2. He will get 3 for Venice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, don't forget 10. Let's count these over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he gets the maximum. See you later there, French player. There we go. Who's fat and who's not? Oh, we need to do something. Gotta get some strategies going here. Alright, well, that'll be it. We'll look around here real quick. Oh, attempt to. No. Both players. Oh, okay. We collect our treasury points. If either player lost a king in the previous game, that player randomly picks a new king. Alright, so we'll go ahead and grab these kings here. And we'll put them all upside down. Move them all around. Not knowing who's who. We'll throw these here in the battle box. Move them all around. This king here will be, ooh, we got a good one. Oh, 1 + 1 + 1. Could have been worse. We got a 0 + 1 and a 1 or +1 + 1. So he's got 2 of them that are 1 diplomacy rating and 1 military rating. All right. That player, we pick a new king. I think we'll just put him here in Naples. I'm pretty sure that's where he'll go. I guess we could put him in any city though, but we don't want to put him somewhere where there ain't no troops. So Naples looks like it's a no-brainer. All right. Attempt to revoke. No. Both players use treasury points to recruit units. Each player should roll 1 die, with player A winning all ties. Oh, okay. So we'll have to have a roll-off on who buys units first, okay? Oh. Off the board. There's our results. Player A going first. We'll be back. Alright, French first. And luckily for them, rules state you can put a friendly fleet next to any totally controlled area of the city. So there you go. Genoa will be the spot for my fleet. That was worth 2 treasury points. They are now down to 4. Checking out what Aragon will buy. We'll be right back. Aragon answers with a fleet buildup of their own off of Barcelona. And he is down to 8 treasury points. The French will answer back with another 2 spent, putting their treasury point total down to 2, and they will grab another fleet. Oh, see a pattern here. Alright, so Aragon will respond, and he will also go down 8, 7, 6 treasury points and grab himself his last fleet, actually. And here's where he will place that. So there's our 2 fleets that are being bought at. French player has 2 treasury points left. I guess with 1 treasury point, he will buy a field army. Oh, do I have a field army? Yeah. Sorry about that. And he will place him right here with a city. Alright. Aragon with 6 treasury points left will buy some raiders. And raiders cost 1 treasury point. He will put him right here. Alright. Now with their last treasury point, France will spend it, putting their treasury point total at 0, and they will buy another field army. Huh. And I can't put him here because the city, so he's got to go here. He'll have to go here. There you go. That's it. Now Aragon spending 1 treasury point. We'll grab another raider. Or that's a mercenary, rather. Sorry about that. Raider. I'll put him over here with my fleets. We might try to raid us a coastal area. So there's a raider. I'll put him down to 3. Back to me because he has no more treasury points, so I'll just buy me another mercenary. And I'll put him right here. Alright, that goes down here. I got 2 more left. I'll buy a levy. Putting him, put him right here. And with 1 more, I'll have 1 treasury point left. 1 more than the French, and I will put him here also. Alright. There we go. That will be it for the joint recruitment phase, I do believe. Treasury points, place their units. 2nd. Operations phase. Alright, here you go. This is the board. Turn 2 operations coming up. Alright, we gotta stop and put the old rewind on this because all kinds of little stratagem markers that would have influenced the treasury process. So we're gonna redo this real quick and be back and show you some interesting points of the game. Alright, we'll do it this way. First of all, player A going to expend 1 of these markers to get a 1 treasury point worth of gold. So that'll put him back from 0 to 1. Alright, now the player B is going to expend these trade markers. What these trade markers do is, let me see here, where's it at? Oh, sorry about that. I'm not that. Alright. There you go, trade. During the joint recruitment phase, the player gains an additional 2 treasury points. So the Aragon player will definitely be turning these in. And he'll get 4 more treasury points. He's on 1 now. That'll move him up to 5. Alright. So there we are. But also, the Aragon player is going to play his piracy treasury or stratagem marker. And what that does is, with the little hub and zoom feature, during the joint recruitment phase, after treasury points have been determined, the opposing player reduces his treasury point gained by 2 points. Return it to the pool. So we'll be doing this and this. Sorry about that. And, yeah, he'll be going back down to 0. Alright, well, we aren't done with buying units yet, because he now has a big old fat 5 treasury points. But now that I look up there, he's got nothing else left. So there you go. We are good to go. Just want to make sure we showed you that process. I skipped that right on over. Now we're done with the treasury phase. You can see here, everybody's pretty well wiped themselves out. But you can't keep these treasury points. Now I could have maybe held on to that piracy marker, so it could have took off 2 of his next turn, but we'll get him down to 0 now while we can. Don't want him to get any more units. Alright, we'll call that a vid. We'll be back with the operations phase. Alright, we're going to do a final adjustment here before I call it a video. We are going to go ahead and keep this piracy marker. I was just thinking I don't want to spend it, and just so he'll go back up to 1. And another thing we had to look at is levies only cost a half of a treasury point, so he could have bought his 2 levies for just 1. So in the final analysis, he will end with 2 treasury points, and we're going to keep this piracy marker. We'll spring it on him next turn. When we would have wasted a treasury point, so we'll skip. Like I said, we would have turned it in now. Although if we do turn it in now, he'll go down to 0. Huh. So maybe we will do that. We'll go ahead and turn in this piracy marker, and then that'll go down to 2. And then another thing I thought was, does he lose 2 and he gain 2? It don't say that down there, though. Let's look at this really quick. We'll call it a video real quick. Hold on here a second. I'm going to make sure I got everything right. We are a stickler. Sorry, killed myself. We're a stickler for detail, I was going to say. Alright, the player gains 2. Trade out with piracy. Where did I see that at? I can't really. Ambush, trade, piracy. There you go. The opposing player reduces his total gain by 2. That's all it says. It don't say that the other player gains 2. So, alright, we'll end up playing the piracy marker. Click link. And the treasury points are back at 0 for the French player. We'll be back for maybe some game deciding operations. We'll see how the French and Jew want to do this. Things are getting tough. We got to do something before they bring in the Venetian fleets. We still got some Anjou fleets down here, but they only count as 1. The only ones with the special ability is Venice, Genoa, and Aragon. Means these Pisa fleets are only 1 also. So we'll see how we crunch the numbers and what the strategy dictates. Be right back.